Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, pirates and pirates. Welcome aboard, me mateys. It is Rumboyz After Dark. Yo, we have an action-packed show for you guys tonight. Shout out to the homie St. Pat for writing the show sheet. Mike running the ones and twos. Frick it. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what we got to do. We got to pay the bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my automobile? All that good shit. Let's go in and get into it. First things first. What the? Let's talk Monkey Knife Fight. monkeyknifefight.com for all of your daily fantasy player prop needs. You need to get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. You need to download the Monkey Knife Fight app. Okay. And whenever you do so, and you utilize promo code Rumboyz as seen below, Mike, put that joint up. Put up the promo code, please. As you see the promo code below, promo code Rumboyz, we are going to match you on your very first monkeyknifefight.com deposit. That's right. My team and I, we are going to match you on your very first deposit. You put in a hundo, we're going to match you with a hundo. All right. On top of that, the team over at Monkey Knife Fight is going to introduce you to a $5 free voucher. So you can just start with little baby increments, getting that bankroll rolling. So get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz. You can also download the Monkey Knife Fight app, available on iOS and Android, and still use promo code Rumboyz whenever you sign up, make a new account, and utilize our promo code. Make sure you guys go to get that done. Promo code Rumboyz, monkeyknifefight.com, available in all 50 states, legal daily fantasy player props. Next up, I want you guys to know about the Stacks app, stacksapp.io. You can just punch it into your Google search bar on your phone. Download the Stacks app right before the kickoff of the NFL season. We got some special things popping off for you guys. All right. In about a week or two's time, I'll be able to drop all the full details. But we going big over on the Stacks app. We bringing some celebrity prowess to the Stacks app. All right. So I need y'all to get on over to the Stacks app, stacksapp.io. All right. Available on iOS and Android. You already know. Dilly. Ask fantasy football questions and have some of your favorite analysts answer them. Kick off a topic under anything underneath the sun that your heart desires. Meet celebrities and much more over on the Stacks app, stacksapp.io. And then finally, last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, last year we had a ton of offensive lineman touchdowns, and we had a bunch of crazy punts, and there were immaculate defensive playmaking that a lot of us didn't really get to fully reciprocate on from a fantasy football standpoint. Well, now you can get skin on every phase of the game of football with all22.com. That's right, all22.com, ladies and gentlemen, powered by PFF, the brand new exclusive fantasy football format powered by Pro Fantasy Focus. You guys, or Pro Football Focus, I apologize. You guys got to get on over there to to all 22. All 22. It's like your Madden franchise mode, if you will. We are drafting offensive linemen. We're still going to draft the receivers, the running backs, the QBs, the tight ends, all that good thing, all that good stuff. But you're going to have a full football roster. You're going to get points off your linemen. You're going to get off your offensive linemen, your punters, your kickers, so on and so forth. Get on over to all22.com right now, today. All right, and let's get into it. You already know how we do it. Without further ado, we got to get into the cast and crew. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, West Coast is the best coast. You already know. Drop it like it's hot. Give it up for Drop the Mic FF.
What's up, Robbie? What's up, everyone? Let's keep this party rolling and bring the other cats on.
Let's go. He is the patron saint of fantasy football. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the great, the one, the only St. Pat FF.
I ain't a pussy. Don't call me a cat.
Hey.
Okay, dog.
Wait,
where my dogs at?
So are we going to talk about how the Mega Millions is at $1.28 billion? And for the same price as a ticket for that, you could send a super sticker that supports the Rumboyz?
Get on over there, $6.99.
$6.99, do a full membership, 3.5 tickets. One ticket, you send a little
And you
sticker.
will get all of our Monkey Knife Fight parlay cards. So we're gonna hook you up with all of our cards. You get all of our DraftKings cards. You have access to our secret Discord. You get hooked up for Rumboyz Premium. NFL season, you need Rumboyz Premium, like straight up. All of our fight predictions year around, like we hook you up. So get on over there. Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, representing TBQ Sports. And you can also catch them here Friday nights on Rumboyz After Dark. Give it up for the homie David Gillespie.
What's going on, fellas? It is good to be back as usual. You know, I just love being on the show every week, and I felt like the show needed, you know, me being a Bears fan, the show needed a designated masochist, and I'm just glad to fill in that role every week. You know, being the guy who just loves the punishment that he gets from watching Bears football every year. That's something I got to keep, you know, executing weekly. So I just got to take the punishment when I can. So I'm just happy to be back and take some more punishment at this point.
Whips and chains excite you.
You're goddamn right. You know,
we got Steelers Nation up in the chat. We got the homie Jamie. We got the homie Mr. Scampers. Let's go ahead and get into it. You already know. Make sure y'all share the content. If you have not already, make sure that you share the content on all of your social media platforms. Share it on your Facebook, your cousin Pookie's Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Snapchat, your Instagram, your TikTok. I don't care if you got to twerk, and then tell people to click the damn link. All right, get on over there. Yo, word.
Oh God, dear God.
Right now, it looks like I did not know about this. Right now, you can opt in for a chance to get Rumboyz Fantasy Network 1 month gift membership access and exclusive perks. All right, so just letting y'all know, you know, if you want to try it out for a month. What's 1 month of premium access gonna hurt you? I mean, football season starting, might as well get on in there, get your Rumboyz Premium. So that way, you know, the month of September, you're already getting that ball rolling.
Good to meet you too, Jamie. We had you on last week, right, for the fantasy show. That was Jamie, the same Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie hopped in last week. He hopped on into the live stream. Gentlemen,
again, bud.
You already know what we gotta do. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. To all the Rumboys and girls, what it do, dilly.
Dilly, frickin' dilly.
You goddamn right.
All right. Let's get into the show. First thing that I want to start off with, this motherfucking Julio Jones talk. All right. Mm-hmm. Julio Jones now signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What is it? A 1 year veteran max, right? Something or the other. Julio Jones paired with Brady. We remember what Brady did with Moss all those years back. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Brady was younger then. What are our thoughts on this Buccaneers wide receiver core? Me personally, I feel like Julio is nothing more than a late round flyer from a fantasy standpoint, even though it's Brady throwing on the ball. But I want to get you guys' take. Go ahead, Mike.
What's up, Albert? Julio, I think he's going to be a nice addition, but I don't think he is Julio of old at all. I think he'll be out there 30% of the time. He's not going to, I've heard people say, oh, he's looking like a tight end. They're going to put him, he's going to replace the target share of Gronk. No. Did they get him as an insurance piece just in case Chris Godwin can't make it? That's what I think, in case Godwin's going to be out longer than they think. I still think this maybe discounts, to me, this discounts Evans a little bit more, but I'm not taking Evans out of like where I'm not dropping him too much, maybe a couple spots, but I don't think this really plays with Russell Gage as much as people think. I know I saw something I forget what podcast I was listening to today, but they're saying, can Tom Brady, if anyone, use him better in the red zone, better than Matt Ryan? And that's why I think that's what I think his main purpose there is going to be.
Okay. Pat.
So what does Julio Jones do for the Bucs? He is, as their coach said, he is a luxury for this team. Mm-hmm. He's what you can do because Tom Brady is making like $13 million this year. as opposed to $38 million that we're seeing from other quarterbacks. When you have the greatest of all time on a cheap-ass contract that's been restructured multiple times to push out, you can make another Super Bowl run with top players, and even players taking veteran minimum
Tom Brady
contracts.
just hates his fucking wife, and that's why he keeps playing football.
And his kids. Like, you want to babysit your kids? Nope, I'm going back to the NFL.
Yep.
I'd rather get sacked by Aaron Donald than be home with my kids. But ultimately, what does this mean for the Bucs wide receiver core? I mean, I disagree with Mike. I think Russell Gage is nothing. I think he's nothing in that offense. I think people were hyping him with Chris Godwin's injury.
He's Scotty Miller. He's Scotty Miller.
Yep. Chris Godwin is not even on PUP right now. He's ready to go. Like, he's looking ready to go for week 1. Like, you can't overhype someone like Russell Gage. Now that Julio's there.
When's the last time Julio was fully healthy?
2 years.
That's my issue.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even worried about that. But I'm saying Russell Gage was still being hyped for Chris Godwin's injury.
That's why I feel like because of that, the injury history, you can't not draft. Like, if you're looking for a wide receiver 3, you can't not take Russell Gage. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, Russell Gage is close. I will have 0 Russell Gage this year because I don't think he hit 650 yards, even if Chris Godwin doesn't play the entire year. So you're looking for a wide receiver 3. Do you even get one out of that offense, or do you lean towards another team that you can select from? I don't like questions like that. Why would I force myself into drafting a Buck when there's 32 teams available to draft from?
But I bring it up because these are both Julio and Gage are both 3s. Obviously, Julio with the Hall of Fame caliber that comes behind his name tag, but in terms of X's and O's and how this offense can really work, I mean, Gage could be more effective, and if I'm needing a 3, and I mean, if I could get 646 yards out of Gage,
over the course of 17 games. You're looking at 3 catches for 30 yards and hoping that he falls in the end zone.
I mean, prior to Julio, did you think that it was going to just be the Godwin and Thomas show,
and
or the Godwin and Evans show? I'm sorry for
that. Pretty much.
Okay.
I think we're going to see a lot from White. I believe that's a rookie running back coming out.
Yeah. Rashad White, yes.
Rashad White.
Yep.
Let me pull up what I was looking at ADP earlier today, and there's a few guys around Russell Gage that I would much rather have.
Oh, no. There's a lot of other, but I'm just talking about in terms of fantasy friendly at this team when you're approaching grabbing a wide receiver 3. I think that Russell Gage at this point, because of the youth and not having the injuries, is more fantasy friendly off that team than a Julio Jones. I feel like Julio Jones is nothing more than a late round flyer, and if he hits, he hit. And if Julio Jones is if there's any positive ROI behind the name Julio Jones in the year 2022, it is solely just because Brady is tossing the rock to him, and I don't think he stays healthy enough to give you a positive ROI underneath Brady.
Okay. I can disagree with that, but I can respect it. I think this might be Julio's last.
It's his last
hurrah. It's a last hurrah. It's ring chasing, and I hope he gets it, like at the expense of my Packers, in order for that to happen. But would it help cement him as a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yeah. If he catches a TD in the Super Bowl. He goes out with how OBJ did last year.
Yeah.
So OBJ's not retiring though. That's the thing,
Yeah, OBJ's not.
I've been on the record saying OBJ should retire.
Yeah. Really?
He fucking should. He should.
Yeah.
So what do we think about the comment I just put up of Scampers? Losing Gronk's inline blocking is a bigger deal than people are talking about.
Yes.
Julio replaces Gronk's receiving work more than anything.
Yes.
Julio wasn't a bad blocker, though. I thought, during his time in Atlanta, I never thought he was a bad blocker compared to other guys. I thought he was, decent in that regard. He's a physical guy,
Yes, because of his other abilities and what casuals see on film. They see the touchdowns and just the massive height difference of him leaping over guys. That a lot of people tend to forget Julio's pass blocking abilities. One of the things that I do or run blocking abilities, especially one of the things that I want to bring up, especially to you, David, and I think that you would enjoy this, kind of what I said earlier. Is this almost like that Randy Moss-esque Patriots? Let me hurry up and get one last one. Let me see if I can get a ring. Do you kind of get that feeling here?
Not quite. But let me clarify what I mean by that. I don't think we're going to see first-team All-Pro Julio Jones next year. I don't think we're going to see that. I think those days are probably past him at this point. He's 33 years old. But I don't know. Yeah, crazy things could happen because let's not forget that Julio Jones is an absolute freakish athlete in an absolute freakish athlete era. And players nowadays are able to bounce back from injuries far quicker and far more effectively than they used to be. So I would not put it past.
As old as fossil fuel.
But listen this real quick. In 2020, now, okay, he's only played 10 games last year. He only played 9 games in 2020. But in 2020, remember, that's only 2020, 2 years ago. He averaged 85 yards per game receiving for the Atlanta Falcons. And that was with a shitty Atlanta Falcons team. He's got Tom fucking Brady throwing him the ball now, who's the number 1 deep ball thrower in the league and maybe probably winning another goddamn MVP trophy this year. Who fucking knows? I would not put it past him for him to account for a significant amount of yards that could accumulate to 1,000 yards. I could see it happening. I could see 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, and like 9, 10, 10, anywhere from like 8 to 10 touchdowns. I could see that happening. I'm not saying it's for sure going to happen. We could very much see a repeat of last year where he did regress. But I think a lot of what attributed to his struggles last year was, for one thing, he had an absolute nagging hamstring injury throughout the entire course of the season. And on top of that, Ryan Tannehill looked phenomenal in 2020. I don't know what the fuck happened in 2021, excuse me. That dude absolutely regressed, okay? And that's why there's a ton of pressure on him this upcoming season to get things going and so that, that he's the future of the franchise longer than, the next season, because I think he'll still last the entire season, no matter what. Because I don't think Malik Willis is in any position, to circumvent him in the depth chart. I think honestly, Julio Jones could be in for a renaissance year. Jerry Rice at age 33 had the best year of his career. He had 1,800 yards at age 33 in 1995. Y'all look it up. It's crazy, but it's possible. And Julio Jones is a far more naturally freakish athlete than Jerry Rice is. Not necessarily a better football player, because obviously, his stats.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But I'm talking from a natural athleticism. Like, what are you physically capable from an athletic perspective? Julio Jones is far more athletic than Jerry Rice in that natural athleticism regard.
Jerry Rice is also because of his size, his stature, and different things like that, very much took the Kobe Bryant approach to the game, because how Kobe was like, I'm not the fastest, I'm not my hands aren't the biggest, he embodied different things and looked at different skill sets to make him better. So like that, I think that's where like that comparison loses me a little bit. Continue.
Well, let's not forget that, like, at the same time, we're talking about Antonio Brown putting up all these gaudy numbers. Who was rivaling him in those gaudy numbers that were revolutionary in how productive they were during that era was Julio Jones. It was him neck and neck. It was those two neck and neck together in the receiving categories that were continuously dominating statistically from a receiving standpoint. So, again, I think it's still possible. I think last year was a testament to Ryan Tannehill's struggles. The Titans' offensive line wasn't great too, to some degree. There were a lot of nagging injuries elsewhere with Derrick Henry, with AJ Brown. So it's like there's a lot of pressure put on Julio Jones. And last little bit too, Julio Jones. And I know this is kind of like clingy to latch onto statistically, but Julio Jones last year had a contested catch rate that was number 4 in the league out of everyone on average. Now, that's how many contested catches did he reel in? Probably far less than a lot of other guys. But still, I think there's some positives to note. And his juke rate was actually top 10 in the league.
There's a lot of positive analytical things from his season last year.
I still think he's a good athlete. I still think he's a good athlete.
Okay. But we can use statistics to make a case for. And this is what I love. It's like because we can use stats to make a case any which way, any way. And that's why I am asking more so like opinionated basis. We know that Julio fully healthy will be Julio. Like Julio fully healthy could outwork both these guys, in terms of Evans and Godwin, and they're great in their own right, but it's Julio motherfucking Jones, at the same time. The problem that I have here is just the amount of talent, the amount of chemistry that Brady already has with those other two. Brought Gage in, Julio not staying healthy, Julio having the age. Those are the things that concern me to where I feel like. Go ahead.
There's one thing I want to add. I know you and I differ on the injury-prone aspect of players and how injuries repeat themselves. And soft tissue injuries do tend to repeat themselves more often than they do for other certain players. But Julio didn't really have, other than nagging injuries until 2020, didn't have a history of missing games due to them. So long-term, I don't see an issue there. But one of the advantages looking through their schedule is they are either in domes or warm climates for 16 out of their 17 games. Their one cold weather game is at Cleveland in November.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned the cold and warm, loosening back up repeatedly, and how that does. Also, we have to remember Tennessee's training staff was probably the worst. It's up there with the 49ers for bad medically. We saw how many different players they had to roster last year just to get through the season due to how many injuries they had. So hopefully with a better training staff and people that are taking even better care of him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some of those things can be avoided because you don't get to playing 90 different players on your NFL team through 17 weeks without saying this isn't just fluky at this point.
What and I mean that's the thing too. Julio Jones, injury, he's had some injuries in his career. He's only had 4 seasons in his career where he's played a full 16-game schedule. So I think it's he's accustomed to getting back into a healthy shape necessary for him to contribute at a high level. I think it's possible because Ryan Tannehill threw 21 touchdowns last year. Tom Brady doubled that shit, think about the drastic change from a QB standpoint that he's dealing with it in that regard alone,
So then here's how we'll round out this topic. Will Julio Jones be on your fantasy team this year? And I get that we all play in a lot of leagues, so I guess give a blanket 85% or more type of thing. Will Julio make it onto we'll say 80+% of your rosters? David, are you drafting Julio Jones in fantasy this year?
I'd be down to. I think get him for a later draft, later round value, honestly. And it'd be worth it. Is it a gamble to some degree? But I think it's more so a gamble just because of his health, as opposed to him actually getting it done, because he's never dealt with and I like Matt Ryan. I think he's even a future Hall of Famer, but he's never dealt with a quarterback of this caliber. So I would absolutely draft him if you ask me, just in the later rounds.
He is currently going in the end of the 15th in ESPN's ADP. I'll take him there right before I take my kicker and defense.
You mind repeating that?
He's currently going almost the end of the 15th round in ESPN's current ADP. I will take him in the 14th round. I'm going to take him in the 14th round as my last pick before my kicker and defense.
Mike.
So to start my comment, I think his ADP is going to rise to probably 11, 12. I would take him as a late flyer. I'm definitely not taking him to have to rely on him, but as a depth piece, just in case, absolutely. You never know with bye weeks, injuries. There might be 1 week that I need to play him. I'll take him as a flyer in redraft league.
Okay.
He's only risen 6 draft points spots over the last week.
No, hey, I'm fucking with everybody's takes here because this is literally one of those ones where as a community, as a fantasy football community, okay, not just as a Rumboyz community, but as a fantasy football community, I feel like that as a analyst, as an analyst, you have a 50-50 shot at being right or wrong at any take that you drop, right? But I think that this is one where mathematically that 50-50 rule really plays itself, and the ROI or the boom or bust on a guy like Julio, if healthy, is through the fucking roof. I just feel like there's a lot of volatility in that market as well because of the injury risk assessment. And I don't know if me personally, I like to try and avoid volatility as much as possible. I'm already a Derrick Henry truther, and he already has one major injury on his career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like Julio's volatility, and this stands by what I said, is warrants to risk. If you're trying to beat the 11 other teams in your league, why not swing for the fence with the guy that you know has been all pro, that can do it?
And that's where I'm saying, okay, late round flyer, I'm fucking with it.
If he approaches single digit rounds, I am staying away. We'll talk about later in one of our segments.
Yep, we're gonna have a game that we're gonna play later on.
And Peng, to answer your question, if you want to meet some ladies in the area, I'll just DM you my wife's number, okay? Be satisfied. I'm kidding. I don't even have a wife, you know.
She's busy underneath my desk right now. Like, what are you talking about?
Keep it on the down low.
Peng is the only one that's married, I think.
We're not supposed to reveal this.
God.
Oh shit. Yep.
Just keep it up.
Ready? Just
everyone drink before we get into that.
We're so fucked after the show.
Uppercut.
Oh shit.
Right across the chin.
Oh shit.
My wife doesn't watch the show. My girlfriend doesn't watch the show, so I'm safe. If she heard the shit so we don't live together yet. If she heard the shit that I say on air, I would not get my dick sucked for like a week. Like
it would be the same thing as if you had one of these on your finger.
I love how both you, Patrick, and Mike are both holding up your rings this entire time to show your solidarity and sticking up for your wives all the while. This is awesome. I love this.
That someone insert the Will Smith Chris Rock clip right there. Keep my wife out your mouth. Fuck.
You guys have vein popping and shit, you know?
You guys,
he expressed sincere apologies.
He did drop the apologies on the Angela Yee fucking interview. I saw that shit before I got on air. Look, that's for my other
6
show.
months late.
Yeah, that's for my other show. That was filmed 3 months ago. You fuck.
You know, he done goofed big time, but I'm going to be full disclosure. Will Smith's my all-time favorite actor, so I still fucking love you, Will.
It's still Big Willie style. He's still Mike Lowry.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Lowry.
And they let you keep your Oscar. I love it.
Yo, speaking of letting people keep things, something was removed. A very important thing was removed for an NFL player this past week. Kyler Murray's little short match about car driving ass. Kyler Rumboyz Murray. All right, Kylo Ren Murray had his mandatory film study clause removed from within his clause or within his contract. So first off, thoughts on this clause? This dumbass clause. I'm gonna be straight up, like, bro, you're paying this man that much money. You don't have enough faith in your investment. Why are you putting that much money in an investment if you're even gonna write that? Just don't do the deal, dumbass. So there's that. That's the business side. That's all into like ethics and other things that have nothing to do with football. Kyler should be studying film on his own any goddamn ways, but this comes as rumors swirl that he wasn't studying film, and we've heard stories, so on and so forth. Apparently, you know,
Wasn't he like
did the
gaming or
whole-
something? You know?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we've heard a million stories. I believe David, you kicked this one off.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on just the whole situation and what's Kyler's outlook for this season? I mean, we're a month away. Might as well fucking talk about outlook.
So for me, I am very high on Kyler Murray. I think he's a top 10 caliber quarterback. He's certainly a bona fide dual threat quarterback. I think there's a lot to be bright about his future. Now, it may not be as soon as next season because they still got Cliff Kingsbury's ass holding them back. So I don't know about a Super Bowl coming down the pike as soon as next year, but I see a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. And I know that clause in his contract about I love how they called it independent study. You know, like that's just like
Study
that made me
hall.
laugh my ass off that they characterize film study as independent study. Sound like a goddamn college course over here.
Dude, they made it sound just like a college course, but I feel like with
They
these
PC'd
new age
college.
kids, you got to.
Yeah. They absolutely not PC'd, but what's the term? They
After school
public
special.
like PR'd the shit out of that. They
Yeah.
PR'd the shit out of that, you know? And I thought it was hilarious, but I don't really give a shit like too much about the film study. And I'm going to tell you why. Kyler Murray was number one in out of all quarterbacks. You know, I say that Tom Brady completed the most deep balls last year. He was a great deep ball thrower, but the number one most accurate deep ball thrower in the league, guess who that was? That was Mr. 5'9" himself, Kyler Murray. Where it don't fucking matter how short or tall he is. He's getting the goddamn job done. Okay.
He's about like a quarter of an inch shorter than me. Like he's short. He's short. Like, okay, all right. He's shorter than me. He's like 5'9". Like,
and it's crazy. He completes 80%
But
completion
barely.
against zone coverage schemes. He's number 2 in money throws in the entire NFL. The guy gets the job done. It doesn't fucking matter. If he doesn't need it, he doesn't need it. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't, like, he should just say, fuck that film study, you know, like, do your homework, dude.
I
Like,
highly doubt that that's
you know?
what he's doing. You literally
yeah, no, I
sit
don't think
down
that
with
what he's doing. I
coaches-
just mean in comparison to others, you know?
you literally sit down with coaches and the rest of the QBs in the QB room and watch film.
Well,
That's
I mean,
already your mandatory. I know, but I mean, like, look, what does my job encourages me to motherfucking study if I want to pass this goddamn licensing exam September 23rd, but they do not have a clause that says, hey, you need to be studying outside of your work time.
Yeah.
But they do say, hey, you need to have Mamba mentality right now.
Yeah, Mamba mentality. I love it. Well, you want to know why this is a story?
Got it.
Love
I got
the
it.
donation, by the way. That's awesome.
Duh.
Don't know.
I have no idea what's going on,
I
but
make
I love it.
I make like a fucking Goku, Pikachu, Super Saiyan, Dono sound that is just unmatched.
But the reason why this is a storyline is because the Cardinals have had back-to-back seasonal second half collapses. Okay. Now, if they were winning Super Bowls, we wouldn't give a shit about this clause at all. But they're not. And that's the reason why we're hyper-focusing on it.
Do you feel like is it hyper focus or just paying attention? Because there's a difference between the two.
Well, as long I think it's I'm sorry, let me clarify. It's hyper focus if we're beating him up about it. It's paying attention if we're acknowledging that it's not a great look.
It's there. We know that it's there.
Mhm.
You know, like I feel like for the organization to even put that out there, like it's bad on them. Like you make yourselves look bad.
Exactly. Like revealing that to a reporter, like there is no positive out of that at fucking all. Okay?
Why the fuck you like you? If I was Kyler, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna sign this deal, and now you got to pay me more.
Here's some info that'll showcase our quarterback being a deadbeat QB. This is what we want to do. It makes no sense. But the Cardinals collapse, though, I think it's on Cliff Kingsbury more than it is on Kyler to clarify where my stance is on with Kyler and that whole. Who holds the most culpability and why they've collapsed.
Okay. Pat, Murray, film, contract, outlook, 2022.
So somebody on TikTok brought this up, and we joke about Kyler's focus and love for video games. There's a direct correlation between when the new Call of Duty game comes out each season and Kyler Murray's fantasy points per game.
That fucking card.
I am drinking. Fuck that! I can't believe you just.
When does the new Call of Duty come out? October 28th.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
What if the card?
Between weeks 7 and 8. So if you have Kyler Murray in fantasy and are looking to sell him to someone that's unsuspecting, maybe to get a Lamar that's starting off slow, or maybe a Brady, or someone else, maybe even a Joe Burrow.
Big Joe Burrow.
Who's off to a great start and got all three of his dynamic wide receivers, and just sell them between week 7 and week 8.
What if
Kyler, Dak, Joe Burrow. Start one in fantasy, cut one, or trade one, or whatever, and then bench one.
What if the Cardinals sent like a cease and desist letter to the Call of Duty makers in honor of catering to Kyler Murray's success?
Hey, we know y'all need that Christmas money, but Santa can't fucking come this year.
I love it.
What did Mrs. Claus do?
All the Call of Duty video games just go out of stock by next week. That's what's gonna happen.
Fucking every they just buy every. Well, it's all digital now, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, some digital hack, I guess.
Matt says start or go to the one where I put that question out there. He says start Dak, bench Burrow, cut Kai. Yeah, I'm not doing that when Burrow's throwing to Jamar Chase.
Yeah. And I think Kyler would benefit far more in Dak's system than Dak would benefit in Kyler's,
I would say Burrow, Dak.
Not far more, but more.
Kyler. No, I say Burrow, Kyler, Dak.
I'll say one last thing before I end my take.
Go ahead.
I don't think this is the only time that this has happened with contracts like this.
Mm-hmm. No.
We've seen it a few times over the offseason where I think it was with the Cowboys player where there was like a suspension. Any type of suspension or league fine could lead to part of the contract being null and void. And it's like, where did this come from? Like, this is the only player that has this. Why? And we're starting to see more and more of what's actually happening in these contracts that were behind the scenes before that, and that kind of we're seeing behind the curtain now in a way that we haven't before.
Do you think that this is like a stipulation because like this is a younger generation? Like we got players enjoying video games, we got players doing TikToks. Like this is a different generation. And
we got players staying up late.
Yeah, players saying
they're like, oh, they're meeting.
Before it was like like during like the 90s, like it was a celebrity era. Like we had to deal with. Yeah. No, I mean, fuck. We had, bro. I will give a prime example in sports. We all watched The Last Dance. The shit that Dennis Rodman pulled.
Yeah.
That's what you dealt with in the 90s.
Yeah, for real.
You dealt with freaking Plaxico Burress going out to the nightclub and shooting himself in the leg.
Exactly. Yeah, you dealt with wild shit.
I mean, he wasn't ditching out on a game to do that, though. At least like Dennis was allegedly.
Yeah, like fucking yo, with these kids, I'm like, yo, you're worried about his 2 hours that he plays video games.
It was something that was even more than the normal void. Like suspensions or something would normally void it, but he was like, if he got even fined by the league,
it was something.
It was something where it was a step beyond that.
Yo, here's my thing with these younger guys. With these younger guys, you got to understand that it's a different generation. I'm not like if we're writing a must watch film clause because in your off time, what if your job told you, you got to do the like this other little tedious thing outside of your job on your off time, bro. I don't get me wrong. Like I said, my job encourages me to study. I do study in my off time. That's because I want to take that extra step to be great. Because everything I do, I piss excellence and shit superiority and remind y'all motherfuckers that my nuts is made of diamonds.
So much humility. I love it. Yeah.
All right, so I saw something that said this morning that Kyler at first did not know that this contract clause was even put into his
Fuck
contract.
no, he didn't know.
And it was on his agent, who was the dumbass that agreed to it.
Is his agent Todd France?
Maybe he should have just read his own contract.
You think? Come on.
Studied for 4 hours.
He's the same
Studied the
dude.
contract for 4 hours.
And remember, this is
4 hours.
And this dude's also the same
hey.
guy that sent out that cringeworthy fucking letter about
Yeah.
like, this is what Kyler needs to bring a Super Bowl to
His
Arizona.
agent read that motherfucking contract at Floyd Mayweather speed. Today, motherfucker.
So the
Oh,
other
I thought
thing
you were
that
gonna go Tyson Lisp on it.
talking about the actual 4 hours, talking about the actual, they should watch film out of the room. I agree with that. Does it have to be a certain amount, a day, a week, whatever? They were trying to compare him to the great Tom Brady.
Mhm.
Jeff Darlington this morning on Get Up said that someone told him that Brady and Manning are up to 45 to 50 hours a week
Yeah, it didn't surprise me.
outside of the office.
Bro, hold on. Going back to my take earlier. Look at the age group of those fuckers.
No. I know. No. I'm not saying
Your distraction was not right in your home back in the day. Tom Brady is still playing football. Like we joked at the beginning of the episode, he's still playing football to get the fuck away from his wife. You know what motherfuckers got to do today? We just got to plug in the Xbox, bro.
So
because mine will unplug it.
so many deadbeat dad and deadbeat husband accusations hurled at Brady thus far tonight.
Dog, I am on that ass tonight. I'm having a great episode.
But my outlook,
My comedy is on 10
David,
tonight.
You haven't
So
asked
'cause
you
I'm
haven't
being
asked
so
for your
subtle.
Bears daddy
Yeah.
though.
hold on.
What's that?
Who-
Oh,
who's
what
your
did you
Bears
say,
daddy?
Patrick? What the fuck did you say?
Hey, will you please just go visit Grandpa Jones?
God.
He needs someone to go help him out in the freaking senior
I
center.
euthanized his ass a few months ago.
I just saw a video of him at training camp. You didn't euthanize him well enough. So
Yeah.
my
shit.
outlet for Murray is this. I do think he's going to have a good year. I do think bringing in his college buddy is going to be good. I do think extra rapport with Ertz after 6 or 8 games last year.
What did you just say?
Rapport or Ertz?
No,
His
the
ball
shit
is
about the shit about Hollywood Brown.
Hey, I drafted Kyler Murray in the first round of SFB.
Hey,
so there.
Hey, having Hollywood Brown on your fantasy football team, it's like when you're single and you're going out to the bar and you feel real good heading out in the night. Yo, we gonna get it. Get money. Yo, let's get it. And then you go out there, you spit in game, you dropping your best lines, and then 2 o'clock motherfucking hits, and you go home and you're sitting there with your dick in your fucking hand, like this is sad.
Shout out to Yeezer Fantasy.
I love it. Oh, I love it, man.
Fuck that, bro. No, I'm sorry. Even with every other person in that offense will be more profitable for you than Hollywood Brown.
Even AJ?
Hollywood Brown runs nothing but just 9s. That's it. Hollywood Brown has one route.
No, he can
Hollywood
run.
Brown has one route.
He can run slants too.
You can run the 8.
Deep post is not bad.
He's running deep slants and fucking posts, bro. Like, come on, bro. No,
Don't give him the Henry Ruggs treatment.
Oh,
Way to make it dark,
No,
Patrick.
we
God,
had
I wasn't
Henry
ready.
Ruggs beans before the accident.
oh, we had tons of Henry Ruggs beans before the accident.
Remember
Because
the
that's all he
SpongeBob
did.
Want
That's
to see me do it
Oh,
again?
he's-
What
Yeah,
does
he
he
was
see me
only-
do it again? What does he do it again? What does he do it again? That was it. Like, nah, bro.
He did it one time and an accident happened.
Hey,
Now
Robbie,
he doesn't
read
play football no more.
Reed
Unless
Hastings.
he's playing with.
I mean, he said, I mean, it's not even as simple as plugging in the Xbox. I have a gaming system in my pocket that would have blown the minds of young Brady Manning. The fuck is this? Yeah, exactly,
What
Dude,
is
they
this
were-
game called?
bro.
they had Pokemon Generation 1 when they broke into the league.
Maybe not even.
That's how you equate, bro? I was
There
still
were
playing.
like 8 generations of Pokemon.
I was playing
since Brady
Dreamcast.
and Manning
I was
were in the
playing
league.
Dreamcast when freaking Peyton Manning was at goddamn Tennessee. Okay, Dreamcast. Fight, fucking fight, man. Meanwhile, we have fucking Kyler Murray's agent out here. So it seems that in this contract right here, it says that Kyler has to study film. No, we're just gonna leave that. Okay, I'm not even gonna tell him, right? That's he's fucking. We got Mike Tyson out here fucking reading Kyler Murray's
Robbie,
contract.
you need to. Robbie, look at Hayslip right now. This guy's bringing out the analytics like he always does.
That time of Hollywood's 143
See?
targets, only 39 were more than 15 yards downfield.
Thank you, Hayslip. Hayslip knows what's good.
Hayslip knows the stats. Robbie knows that.
Are you sure Hayslip knows stats? His name.
You corner him.
He's not analytics.
He's stats, not analytics.
That's not even his name anymore. I don't even think.
He's not analytics, but he's stats.
Fucking gosh.
No, that's.
I love you, Hayslip.
Stacks app.
Robbie's going to take the Charles Barkley take of analytics and just call them crap and say they were only for like nerds who got their asses whooped in high school and couldn't get the girls. You know, like
Yo, but for real, Hayslip is one fucking great of an analyst. And what's great is he'll hit you with a stat like that and then comedy punchline. And you're like, fuck.
Or
came in with those receipts, man. He came in with those
Robbie,
receipts.
we know about this from last year. Or he'll hit you with the stat.
And he can drink.
Then I'll DM him and go, are you sure about that? And he'll send me 8 pages of documentation that I can study to make up my own stat about his stat.
And spread points and shit. Yo, hey, he's the reason why we're heading in this year. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this. Lions, ATS, moneymakers this year. Anything Lions within 7.5, fucking good. Way home.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm taking custom spreads on that.
Yes. Oh, hey, Lions, ATS, 7.5. All season long. Smacking that ass, taking bookies for a whole lot of cash. Dilly. Cheers.
I'm a Bears fan, and I got to admit, the Lions are going to fucking lap our asses this year. They're going to absolutely strap us down and tramp stamp us. In addition to the Packers, we're going to have the whole fucking NFC North tramp stamped on our ass. Like, it's going to be awful.
Fucking train.
Yeah, for real. It's going to be an ugly gangbang. That's for sure.
Dude, it's bro.
The Jaguars are going to lap your ass.
Hey, the betting this year is going to be so great, fellas. Yeah. Like when I tell you, oh my, I feel bad for what we're about to do to DraftKings this year. Like, actually, I don't, because taking bookies for their shit is our game. But like, I feel real bad. Like, well, oh my gosh, we felt because last year was us just fucking around. Last year was us just, this year
what we called it.
I mean, when you look back, I mean, we hit a lot. Like, we had a lot of big wins. Oh my gosh, and we took Monkey Knife Fight for a fucking ride. There was 8 weeks straight where I think it wasn't even until like week 10 that we caught an L, and we had like 8 weeks straight. So like week 1 and 2, that was just me getting in the groove, and then like every article I had put out all the way through was just hit.
Robbie, read Hayslip this first one, and then I'll post the second one right after.
They're going on Kyle Yates. His reports are okay. Yeah, so Hayslip's reports are going public, as you guys see in the chat, and they will be on Kyle Yates' news site. So
I dude's making some big moves, by the way.
Make sure you give them both a follow.
Former next door neighbor.
Yeah, shout out Kyle Yates, Pat's neighbor.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to uni together.
Dope. Yep. Holy shit. Small world. That's crazy.
We played on the same IM fantasy or IM football league. Yes, we were doing fantasy over.
Who owned whose ass though between you and him?
Kyle was a little ahead of everyone else on our team in terms of like what he wanted to do, but didn't know how to communicate that to us as well as he wanted to.
Okay, gotcha.
No surprise.
Let's
love
see if we can
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Let's see if we can spin this one real quick. We have some games coming up on the other half of the show. We're gonna be putting together a fantasy lineup based off of players within like that 9-round or later type of area. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. Let's see here on the other side of the show. We have a drinking game.
Yeah.
We have a drinking game. That's gonna be interesting. We're gonna call it take a knee drinking games, and it's gonna be surrounding risk assessment and player injuries. So that's gonna be fucking interesting. Pat, are you leading that?
I can.
All right, cool. Pat's gonna he's gonna be giving you guys the rules for that game, so you guys play along at home. Make sure you share the content. All of that and plenty of more to come on the other side of the show. Lots more NFL talk, lots more fantasy football talk. Ladies and gentlemen, the season is right around the corner. We are getting into it. Before we do that, really quick, how are we feeling about DK's contract extension? Deserved, hot, cold, yes, no?
I'm a
Rapid
little
fire.
worrisome.
You're worrisome?
A little bit, just a little bit. Because I'm not saying I don't think he's going to live up to that contract. I do wonder, like, because last year was a step back from 2020. He lit, especially the first half of 2020, he lit the league on fire. He was taking over games, And starting the second half of 2020, we saw a precipitous downfall. We saw him not creating as much separation as
he was a diva. And he was a diva. He had a fucking attitude problem.
And I was praying to God because DK Metcalf, like we talk about Julio Jones being a freakish athlete, we talk about Calvin Johnson being a freakish athlete. He's like the baby of Calvin and Julio. Okay, this dude has the capability to be even better than those guys. That's how special of an athlete he is. But he's not lived up to that expectation yet.
I feel like because of those attributes and so on and so forth is why you pay him the money.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to worry though with the conditions of the locker room problem.
Uh-huh.
I think that Seattle tanks and sucks enough. I think you give him that contract and you say, hey, look, this season's going to be rough, but we're going to tank. And next year, we're bringing you in a solid rookie QB. And I think that's what happens.
The only thing I'm concerned about, though, is just because Russell Wilson played 14 games last year.
Hey, what up, LQ?
And DK still didn't eclipse 1,000 yards, last year, and he played the full season too, in addition to with Geno Smith and the other guys. If he doesn't mirror last year, I'm okay with it. But I don't want to see last year repeat itself.
I'm not going to subscribe to the theory that it does happen. But I mean, obviously we'll see. Like that offense is completely different, and Pete Carroll is senile as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, Mike. Let's get those takes in really quick. And then we're gonna get into solid gold tank. And then we're gonna get into the Monkey Knife Fight commercial.
What we're talking about? DK's contract?
Yep, DK's contract. DK
Rumboyz
Rumboyz Metcalf.
Had the little hidden hope that he was going to get traded during training camp to the Packers. That's now officially dead.
Thank God. Thank God. The football gods reward me this fucking.
Y'all weren't gonna do shit anyways. Sit down, Chicago.
I'm trying to minimize the slaughter fest. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Let Pat have his moment.
He's had his moment.
His team's gonna suck this year as well. Continue, Pat.
I was just saying, good. I'm glad DK got paid. Good amount of guaranteed money there. It leaves him open to get a second big contract as well. In 3 years, once the cap goes up even more, and he could see some really big money should he earn it by then.
Okay. Mike, do you got the music video ready? Solid gold take. That's what we're going into.
That's what I'm trying to find.
The homie Roydell.
Roydell.
Yep. All right.
About my take real quick while I'm looking for Roydell. Got it. So basically, I think it was needed to be done for Seattle to please him. Am I scared of the numbers and what it's going to be for the team? I do agree that I think it's a downtick with the quarterback situation, but I think it was something that had to be done. And I just think they felt pressure to do it, and he's the one guy that they were gonna keep and extend if they were gonna extend either him or Lockett. He's younger, like you said, David. He is a physical specimen, and hopefully, if they can, if they do tank like Robbie thinks, I don't think they're gonna go out and like tank for Tua status, but if they go and end up with C.J. Stroud or
Pete
someone
Carroll's
like that.
done.
Pete Carroll's gonna be. I think Pete Carroll's done after this year.
So
probably.
that's
I
why
would not be surprised at all.
They're gonna tank. They're gonna tank irregardless, just because he ain't coached him through a wet paper bag.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm for the DK extension. I'm just worried, I'm for it. Like, they should have done it. I'm just worried, a little bit.
You worry me, but I still work with you.
Shit. Damn, Robbie just taking it to me.
I love you, David. I love you. Hey, it's a little subtle punchlines and comedy jabs at each other, though. It keeps the show going. It keeps that momentum going. It keeps the chat on their toes.
Don't worry. I'm internalizing this, and your comeuppance is coming. You just wait, buddy. You fucking wait. You're right.
Beat me in fantasy first.
I know. That's the
You
I went up.
not even beat me in fantasy. Win more money line bets than me this year.
You know what? Game fucking on, man. I'm gonna take it to you. I'm
Let's
gonna tramp
go.
stamp yo ass.
Play the fucking
Tattoo
music
bet?
video. It's Rumboyz After
Tattoo
Dark.
bet?
Dilly dilly.
Tattoo bet.
Tattoo bet.
I love it.
Straight up
Let's go.
pick'ems.
Whoever wins at the end of the year has to say, if Robbie wins,
Yeah.
David has to say, "I am Robbie's bitch" in a tramp stamp.
What if
And
we
if
just
Robbie,
get,
I don't want that on another man's body.
listen? So we don't make it permanent. We get a fake tattoo, but we do put it right above our ass, though. Like
Yo, hey, and we'll go aggregate week for week money line bets. We can play small amounts. We can play, because what?
One unit.
yeah, because I'm too much of a pussy to bet too much, honestly.
No, we could play $1 per game. We could do death parlays. And whoever
Can we
wins.
do that on my new sponsor? That account's only used for.
I mean, drop it, Pat. Say your sponsor before we get into.
So I'll be working with Bet US, and
Yes.
we'll be promoting their stuff as much as we can over on my Twitter. But we'll still be working with Monkey Knife Fight here on the Rumboyz.
We'll get Bet US content going for you guys. We're gonna be, cover. We're gonna cover. This year is going to be insane.
We're gonna beat the bookies' ass every which way, no matter where they're stationed out of.
There we go.
Exactly.
Love the
It's your fault for setting up a goddamn book. And it's y'all's fault for allowing me to have a fucking YouTube channel, YouTube. We love you. Thank you. Hey, Mike, play that damn video. Dilly dilly.
Inside, yeah, you watch my back because these niggas crazy. Henny Remy, shorty, I've been mixing liquor lately. So you know that my excuse is that the liquor made me suck my dick and pay me. She don't call back like, damn. And my brother's always busy. That's why shorty fucking with me. She the only one that give me. Yeah. And I rode this here for 2. I just hop up in the whip. I hit up 6. She smoke it with me. Little bitch.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife...
Alrighty. Where you at, Robbie? Coming back?
We are back with the 3 of us waiting for the other one.
No.
All right.
There we go.
There's the pirate captain.
Let's go ahead really quick. As a quick reminder, everyone, remember 40% off all22.com, powered by Pro Football Focus. Get on over to all22.com, the new premium fantasy football format. Okay, think of it as your Madden franchise mode, if you will. I know that we're all pissed off at Madden ratings right now.
Goddamn right.
Okay. But that aside, we're drafting the whole 9 yards. If you're a real football guru, this is your chance to really prove it against some of the best of the best. And the Rumboyz here are some of the best of the best. We're talking linemen. We're talking punters. We're talking defensive interior. Linebackers, baby. DBs. Let's go. Give me all the AJ Terrell. Ladies and gentlemen, all 22. Powered by Pro Football Focus, backed by the Rumboyz, endorsed by the Rumboyz. Get on over there. Let's go. Promo code Rumboyz. Making a lot of noise. Y'all ready to get into the rest of the show?
Let's do it. Fuck yeah.
All right. We're gonna knock out this topic because Pat has some really good shit planned. So I'm gonna save the best shit for right after this topic. Okay. All right. We're gonna get into a game and then we're gonna build some fantasy football lineups.
Fucking
right.
Stein. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What?
Drinking that shit like it's water. No, Hayslip's comment.
He said, "I want you all to know that I'm drinking Bacardi out of a Stein right now."
He's getting his fluids in. That's all he needs to say. He's just getting his fluids in him. You know?
Bro, I have to be
Stay
around
thirsty,
my
my friend.
in-laws.
Yeah.
I have to be around my in-laws tomorrow. So like before I got on the show, like my girl was like, "Don't do shots tonight." I was like, "Fuck."
Fuck.
We're doing shots now.
I hate my girlfriend.
No, I hate my in-laws, bro. Fuck that. I love her. Me and her, we do shots together.
No, I know.
When I have to be around them, I have to be all like, they don't even.
You
know
gotta be
that I smoke
turned up
weed.
to cope with that shit, huh? You know?
Yeah, they don't even know that I smoke weed. They're like, yeah, they hate it. They hate it.
They just gotta
They
tune
hate
into
it.
one of these episodes, you know, and they'll find out more of the
All the fucking evidence is here. Hey, but I treat your daughter.
Hey, that would
right,
be a
so, you know.
subscription.
Yo,
Yeah, I know,
exactly,
right? That'd be hilarious.
Hey.
You see in the notifications, their subscription pops up, you know?
Hey, look. What would
Someone
you
changed
rather,
their name.
What would you rather deal with? What would you rather deal with? A little bit of weed smoke, or someone to treat like versus someone like you treat your daughter like shit? Like, come on, like.
Are you
The
talking
only
about
thing
the
you gotta deal with
devil's
is a little bit of
parsley
weed.
here? Whoa, now. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
This is a 420 friendly fantasy football channel.
Would you rather deal with someone like Robbie dating your daughter or geriatric Jones as your wide receiver 2?
Oh, fucking
fuck.
shit.
Give me a chance.
Why
to
did we? I hate you, Raj. Raj, you are dead to me. In case you're
problem is
watching,
it's
you are
not Raj.
fucking
Oh, Raj
dead
is
to
dead.
me. Okay.
Better to drinking Merlot out of a
Earth me with
frisbee.
this
Where the fuck are you watching this show from? Scampers of Music Festival? He's in some hippie tent drinking fucking Merlot out of a frisbee. Slap the bag one time, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So after all of our debauchery and controversial talk leads into some controversial talk. Suspensions, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Should we begin as fantasy football players, GMs of sorts, begin treating players like Watson and Kamara like they're not going to be suspended? Or does your moral compass come into play? For me personally, well, I think we know how I feel about this one. Fuck Watson. I don't know too much about the Kamara thing. I know enough.
Oh, it's for sure.
I don't draft
They got-
Kamara. I don't draft Kamara ever. I've
They
never
got
drafted him.
security cam shit on him. You know, it's not a good look. You know.
A frisbee can
Kamara
hold
feels
how
like
many
it's a matter
games.
of when
Like,
does he
yeah.
get suspended? Does
Yeah,
he get suspended
when?
this year or next year?
Yeah, and does he get convicted? Right? Aren't they there because they're still filing charges against him? Like this is a felonious arrest. You know. Felonious.
So here's the thing. Fuck them both. I don't ever really draft Kamara. I've had teams that I've adopted that I've had Kamara, but then I always trade them.
Yeah. I see.
Because I end up with Derrick Henry.
Currently going like RB9 right now. I want him like RB5 or 6. If I know he's not getting suspended this year, I want him right after like Dalvin Cook.
I feel like they have to
Are you
suspend
tossing out your
him
morals?
to start the year. You know. The thing I'm wondering though is, are we like when the hell is this like? Are they like? I'm not rushing them, but like, what's going on here in terms of the Deshaun Watson
the
case?
fact that Watson is like, I'm gonna sue you if you suspend me, bitch. You did it, and then you paid him off.
I mean, okay, I may be the outlier. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I don't like completely know, but it certainly does not look good. Like the cards are not in his fucking favor right now.
Nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah.
realistically knows, but we
'Cause, yeah, none of us were
know.
there, you know.
Like we don't know, but like we know.
I
We
don't know.
know.
I play it safe in that regard. Call me a bitch. I don't know. I play it safe, like to where
Yo,
I
wouldn't
can't say
trust.
for
I
sure
wouldn't
he did
trust
it,
my
you know?
chick alone in a room with fucking Deshaun Watson. Would you trust your kids around fucking Bill
with
Cosby?
the allegations, no. Like, I fuck no, I wouldn't. You know.
Big Ben ain't watching Evelyn. I'll tell you
But
that.
and that's because
Like,
I don't know if they're
fine.
true. Like that's the thing. But it certainly does not look like they're not true.
Exactly.
Um,
No. Like you got to like when you are alleged of something like that,
Mhm.
like in today's society, it's a little hard to be like, like maybe not.
Because
Like,
he admitted to the sex, he admitted to making a girl cry, and he admitted to the NDA that was given, which are all three damning pieces of evidence, So, but they said they were going to reveal the an update at the end of July. Well,
we're looking at beginning next week. I got
that's what I'm wondering.
Sleeper push notifications.
Fuck them both.
No, they said today. They said today that it's going to be the beginning of next week.
Yep, that's what I said. Yep.
So I don't know. I just wonder, are we going to find out? But Deshaun, I mean, hopefully, we get to the bottom of this, and because I don't want to see him coming out there without them getting to the bottom of this shit. It's not comfortable at all,
No, none of it's comfortable. I fucking hate talking about it. So let's get through it faster.
Yeah, for real. That's all I had to say.
I want to drink. I want to get in the fun shit.
All right, let's go. Yeah. So, who here has had knee injuries in the past?
I've been lucky. Old. I've never had it.
Yeah.
I'm old.
I got a bad one right now.
Anyone got any gray hairs in here? Anyone getting that old yet?
Fuck you.
Oh, shit.
I will
Mike,
fight
I
you.
see it.
Oh, wait, can I say that? I can't.
I'm still
So I have a list of 6 players.
This is why we don't stream on
wide
Facebook.
receivers.
Yeah. You know why I have gray hair real quick, Pat?
Why is that?
I'm 40. I'm a man.
Yeah, I love the Mike Gundy. You need a mullet though. That's the only thing you're missing.
I don't have enough hair.
Grow it out. You get the. I know you got like receding hair. But like
you
grow it
don't
out.
understand. I'm going bald.
Let the
But the party can be in the back, and you'll still have a party at least.
Hey, let
Producer.
Pat talk. Yeah, what the fuck you doing, Mike?
Producer, executive producer.
I love it. I love it. Play that card.
All right.
Patrick. You play it.
I got muted. Fuck. All right. So I have 6 players listed for that tore their ACL in 2021. We're going to play, are they going to be healthy for week 1? If they are, drink. If they are not.
Wait, just through week 1?
If they're going to be healthy and ready to go week 1.
If they're playing week 1, you
If
drink.
they are playing week 1.
Okay.
You drink. If we have unanimous ones, we'll talk. Ones that won't be playing week 1, we'll talk about when we think they'll be back. All right. Let's start with an easy one. George Pickens, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will he be playing week 1?
You said drink if it's a no.
Drink if he will be playing.
Drink if it's a yes.
Yeah.
Drink.
We're celebrating if they're playing.
He's playing.
Especially after those monster catches he made during fucking training camp, man, this past week. He's killing it.
Robbie, you know
There
he's
it is.
playing week 1.
There you go,
I'll
Robbie.
drink.
Peer
All right.
pressure,
Same face, new place, now on the Tennessee Titans, Robert Woods.
Oh, this one's tougher.
I think he's going to be healthy.
I'm not drinking.
Well, hang on.
I'll
think we're
drink.
about the way. I'll give him a sip.
I'll give him a sip. I'll give him a baby seal.
Yep. For sure by week 4.
Yeah.
All right. We just heard news on this guy earlier today, Michael Gallup.
I don't think he is,
No.
right? I didn't miss the news today, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
No.
Yeah. They just said he's out. Yep.
Michael Gallup is not. All right, so let's move him ahead. By the end of October, so week 8,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Gallup, yes or no?
Drink.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Drink.
Odell Beckham.
David drinks like a bitch. He doesn't even fucking come on the show and
I
drink.
was waiting for someone to comment on that shit. This is
Doesn't
water
come
too.
on the show
You
and drink.
think this is vodka, but it's just water.
No. You offend me.
fuck.
You fucking
So OBJ's a no.
go back to your
OBJ.
trailer,
Not out,
David. OBJ.
I-
OBJ is by week 1 now.
No, I don't
Week
see that.
8,
no.
end of October, by Halloween.
Yeah,
You think he's playing
Uh,
Okay.
because he's gonna ring chase.
I think
He's
week
I
12.
don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I don't
Week
feel
12 for
comfortable.
Mike.
You know,
I don't think he plays this year.
he's been nagged with injuries throughout it, like the last fucking 5 years.
I think he should retire, but I know he won't.
No,
but I
he's not
don't think
going
he
to,
plays
no.
this year.
You don't think he plays at all, really?
I don't think so.
That I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, but I think he will. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, because again,
I think it would be better for him just to make a comeback in 2023 if he does.
It feels like the 10 millionth injury he's unfortunately been dealt. You know, it's just like he's not had a good case of luck with fucking health. You know.
Yeah.
He's on. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Can't believe another injury.
Wide receiver years, yeah. You know.
I was gonna make a joke, but it's too dark too soon.
Was it a big number 2?
No, it had to do with something else that's in the news that we don't want to talk about.
Oh.
Okay. Let's not go.
Next player.
All right. Chris Godwin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wait. Maybe
He's
that's
cleared
why
for
they
training
brought in
camp.
Julio.
That's why I'm saying I don't think he's going to be ready for week 1. I think they're bringing in Julio for a couple weeks, and then Godwin will come in. I'm not drinking.
no, Godwin's cleared for training camp.
Godwin's not on pup.
I
Yeah,
understand
he's not
that,
on
but
pup.
I understand that.
Okay.
So
This
you're being precautious about it.
Yes.
Okay.
This one's my real in the
That's
middle.
that's why I said Julio's an injury insurance policy.
I see now. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Last one, Jamison Williams of the Detroit Lions.
No.
Will he be ready week 1?
No, I don't feel. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable.
And as deep as that wide receiver room is, like, they don't need to rush him right away.
Yeah, they
It'd
don't.
be nice. It'd be nice. Like, it's like a compilation.
When do you think he gets to
like
start?
week 3.
Week
Yeah,
3?
like week 3, week 4, somewhere around
Yeah,
that
week 4.
mark. Maybe a little after I could see, but not too far after. You know,
So
I
end of September.
I say 4 to
I
6.
can see that. You know,
So middle of
4
October.
to 6, exactly. 4 to 6 is what I.
Yeah,
3 to 6, I'll say. You know.
Okay. All right, everyone, just take a drink for the sake of taking a drink. Dilly.
Dilly.
And I just want to say the reason I think that with Jamison Williams, I can't say it any better. It's exactly what Robbie said. They're not a great team, and with that depth at wide receivers, they don't need him right now.
No, that's a great point, honestly.
Hey, and if they come out the gate though, clicking and winning, then they're definitely not going to rush him back. They're going to be like, oh, fuck that.
Albert brought up a good question in the comments.
I got it.
Yeah. What about J.K. Dobbins?
What about J.K. Dobbins?
Let's go ask Rap Sheet. He'll tell us.
I'd say he will. I think he's going to be healthy, and I think we could be in store for potential.
Is Ian Rappaport the DJ Vlad of fucking the NFL? Like,
I respect Rap a hell of a lot more than DJ fucking Vlad. God damn.
Yo, Vlad's the feds. Vlad is the feds, bro. Every rapper he interviews gets locked up or shot or killed.
I saw him yesterday. He was interviewing Michael J. White, the martial artist actor. And he was like, asking him about the Will Smith incident. And you could just tell the entire time Michael J. White's like, why the fuck are you asking me this? You know?
Yo, fuck Vlad. Yo, Ian Rappaport is DJ Vlad, bro.
Oh, God. I like Ian, though. I like Rap Sheet, you know? I don't know.
But do I need to go get more alcohol?
He'd be finding out some weird shit.
No, that's it. That was the last of it.
He does find out some crazy shit, yeah.
Wait, how are we feeling about J.K. Dobbins, though? For real. Without shitting on Rappaport.
I love him this year.
You think he starts week 1?
In general.
I don't think he starts week 1.
Oh.
It's going to be close. I think both of them are going to be right on the edge. Him and Gus are both going to be on the edge of coming back.
They just signed Corey Clement, 2 days ago. They keep signing. I'm not saying Corey Clement's anything. I'm just saying another insurance policy.
Everyone signs running backs.
Yeah.
The time period.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised
the Ravens.
I wouldn't be surprised if Corey Clement plays for 3 different teams in this training camp.
Like, how many backs are behind
how running
Jamal
backs
Lewis?
are.
What was his name? Or Jamal
What was
Lewis?
it, Devontae Booker last year with the Raiders, and everyone's freaking out? Like, no, it's nothing. It's straight noise in the NFL, and just
they went to the Giants.
NFL athletes moving around.
Bro, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Yep. Scampers thinks Gus will be back before JK.
Look, there are two things that you can do in life that will guarantee you to travel a lot. You can join the fucking military or play professional sports. Like, those are the two things where paid travel is definitely included. And one of those you got to die for. The other one, you're getting CTE.
Oh, fuck. Jesus. I just saw on J.K. Dobbins' Twitter. Well, this was July 18th. He said, I would post videos, but I want all you fake-ass doctors and people who have never spoken a word to me to see what me and Jesus been up to on the biggest stage. So,
was that to Schefter?
That was
he probably talked about Dr. Jesse Morris.
I think it was just a straight up tweet.
No, but that was right after.
That was right after Rap Sheet freaking said he's not going to be back.
Yeah, like an hour earlier.
Rap Sheet reported it, and then right after he's like, "No, you don't know what you're talking about."
Well, I think the coaches. I think he was right in that the coaches did say that. You know, they're holding him back, but J.K. Dobbins wants to play. You know, I think like there's still a long timeline before we get to the season. We still got a month and a half to get him healthy, and I think it's possible.
6 weeks.
You know?
6 weeks till week
one. Really quick. All 22. Little piece of advice, because Ryan Jensen for the Tampa Bay Bucks is out.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
Go get you some Rashawn Slater.
Yes. Ooh, he's gonna be filthy this year.
Go get you some Rashawn Slater, baby.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I've never done anything for you guys.
People's champion.
All right, so is that all the injuries? Was that the drinking game?
That was the drinking game.
All right, well, let me finish this before we get into the fantasy football mock draft. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie, aka the Heart Throbby, aka the fantasy football Gotti that is dropping bodies like Scotty Too Hottie. Ding ding ding.
Shit, Aaron Judge in the Grand Slam.
Hold on. Get ready to drink. Dope.
Bro, Scampers, didn't you say that what was the score on that Dodgers joint, bro? I know that you were keeping us updated in the chat. Yo, shout out to my motherfucking Dodgers, though. Shout out to Mookie motherfucking Betts. You find a better baseball player.
Are you trying to make me drink myself to death, realizing that Mookie
You're drinking
is
water? Shut up, Michael Phelps.
We're up 5-2.
You can die by water. I could drown myself that way.
Hey, we're up 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2. I think he called it. I think he said Dodgers will score 8. I think Scamper said, or I don't know if it was win by 8 or will score 8.
No, it's probably win by 8. They're in Colorado. You never know with that freaking bull.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Coors Field. Oh God, I work like right around the corner from it.
Shout out to my fucking Red Sox for going 5-15 in the last fucking 20 games, man. It's fucking killing me right now.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
As a Bears fan, you should be used to that shit.
That's
I know. You know.
Wait, didn't they lose by 3? Wait, what do the Bears and the Red Sox have in common? Losing by 3 touchdowns.
What's your hockey team?
You know, I just don't even have the energy to want to kill you anymore,
Here we go.
Patrick. I'm just so down and out now, dude. It's
big trade in MLB. I saw it. I'm gonna put it up. Mariners just traded for Luis Castillo.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. That's a good pickup. Really, really good pickup for the Mariners. Who are red hot right now. Luis Castillo is filthy.
Dude. Yeah, the Mariners are fucking red hot right now. Yeah. If you see them as underdogs, you play them.
21-year playoff drought coming to an end, I think.
If you see the Orioles as underdogs, you play them. You heard it here. Yeah, you only got a couple of weeks left because then you're betting MLB plus you're betting fucking NFL. So
wait till November when we have NFL, basketball, hockey, and for the first time ever, we have a November World Cup.
Hey, it is really? Still just for everyone out there, all of our long-term subscribers, Rumtober is still Rumtober. I know that it's still because of the pandemic, like now everything starts a month later. I get it, but Rumtober is still Rumtober, damn it, on this motherfucking channel.
All right, let's answer Jamie's little question.
Yep, and then we're gonna kick it back over to Pat to get us into this fantasy football game. Sure, throw it up.
I have it up.
What's the best way to determine rookie draft order? Consolation bracket winner gets number one pick, or worst team before the playoffs gets number one pick. I prefer whoever it was the outright bottom seed, like
In
whoever,
Dynasty, yeah.
outright like you fucking suck. Yeah, go ahead and get the fucking number one pick, bro, because you clearly need all the motherfucking help that you can get. Yeah. And that's just me personally, because honestly, that guy's probably not winning a championship in that league. If you guys are a group of friends that are going to be around for a long time in the spirit of fantasy football, that guy's not winning for 5 fucking years. 3 years if he's lucky. Like I think that's like the fastest pace I've ever seen that done. Mm-hmm. That fucker's not winning for a hot minute. So just let that guy keep getting first round picks, because he's going to keep getting excited about it every year. And it's kind of the only fucking thing that dude gets to look forward to. Maybe every other year he places like 8th or like 7th out of 12 teams. Like, yeah, let that guy get first pick. It ain't helping him no way.
I'll say that if your league has good anti-tanking rules, required a full starting lineup with your trying to win, you need to give the last place.
Pat, here's the thing. That fucker doesn't try and tank. That fucker really thinks that he's doing something.
No, I know. I'm saying if your league is set up well and you're not just having guys tanking for that pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the randomized draft order. Like if it's just a complete gamble, it's like, an absolute toss up in terms of who gets the first overall pick. I'm down for that most of all, just because I don't like the risk of tanking,
No, I agree with you. I agree with you in redraft, but not in Dynasty.
Yo, there's a question that I want to take in the chat, but that can get players to tank. There should definitely be like Pat was saying, anti-tanking rules. I love this question here by Matt though. What's the longest you guys have gone in a league without winning it? A viewer has never asked that.
Forever for me.
Yeah, I the longest I've ever gone in a league without winning, I want to say my longest streak is I think 4 weeks. I think I had 4 weeks of just yo, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, you mean weeks? I think you meant seasons.
I think he's talking how many seasons in between chips.
Yeah.
Oh, in between championships? Oh no, I get my chips. No. No. Or for just one league, a league that I've won 3 years in a row. I just now, last year, I lost by 2 points. 0.2. I lost by 0.2 points. Yeah.
What kind of champions are we dealing with in this show? How many times have you won, Robbie, for instance, throughout your career?
I can't tell you.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Mike has known me for a long time, and I've gotten a lot in the time that we've known each other.
But I couldn't even tell you what I'm at, just because the amount of leagues I'm in now.
Yeah, the amount of leagues.
Let's just say I'm going to be probably at 20 to 25 by the time the season starts.
Once you start, I feel like once you cross over onto the dark side of being an analyst in this shit, you clearly have won enough leagues at that point to where it's no, I really know what I'm talking about. And you can look at certain people's shows and see how they break down certain shit and certain topics within the space of fantasy. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm really good at risk assessment. I'm really good at game theory. I'm really good at roster management. I'm all about positive ROI. I love going after boom, but I also am really great at not chasing trends. I look at it like it's a stock market almost, so that's kind of where I'm really, really good, but a player like Hayslip, who was in the chat, he has stats, he has spreadsheets, for days and days and days, but I've beaten those guys, I've beaten some of our peers in the industry, some of the people that we look up to. It's all just about how you view the game and what works for you. What works for you is I've been beaten by the statisticians. I've been beaten by better fucking film guys than me, where they don't look at stats. All they do is just watch how a player plays, and they just and that's what they're looking at.
Dissected that way, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to look at a player and I'm going to tell you, no, this player has more heart than this player, and that's the player that you're playing this week. But what about matchup?
love it.
Shh, listen.
Robbie's the emotional one. He goes with the emotional approach. I love it.
No, but I know how to balance it though as well with enough, like, because a lot of my analytics come from the gambling side. So I'm bringing, so what I bring to the fantasy space as an analyst and as a personality is I'll let you know, hey, this team as a whole is doing this against the spread. They are facing this team that is doing this against the spread. This team is more likely to win, which therefore means that these players have a more optimal opportunity to perform. If you have these players on your roster, you are playing them, and that's why I also do. I used to do a series called Fantasy Football Friendly or Not, and I would go through and I break down all 32 teams. And I would let you know who's fantasy football friendly, who's not. You know, on each individual team.
Yeah. Well, like one thing that I don't think people, obviously degenerates like me, Pat and Robbie do, because we talked about them every week on the show. But the one thing that I don't think a lot of people look at for fantasy purposes is the over-unders in betting, because if you have a high-scoring game, you're expecting your players to even, you're expecting more out of their game.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I may have like maybe once like in a league that I was not paying attention in. I think like the year that like I was in like 40 plus leagues, I had one league where like I had lost like 7 straight, and like someone had messaged me and they're like, "Hey, are you not setting a lineup?" And I was like, "Bro,
I can tell you who it was. You told me who it was.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this. Yeah, and I was like,
it was James Coe.
Yeah. No. I was
James Coe did that. Wow.
No, James Coe hit you up, right?
Yeah. No, it wasn't in that one. It wasn't in that one.
Okay.
It wasn't.
I thought it was in that league.
No. James Coe had he did message me one morning and he was like, "Last week you didn't set one. This week."
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "Look, bro."
Like, dude, you're shit in the bed so bad. Like, are you setting your lineup?
I was like, you are league 47 out of fucking 48.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Is it bad that I've never won a fantasy championship?
No, I'm the same, dude. Like,
I am known in my league as the forever fourth finisher. Top points for, top points against, best record in the league going to the playoffs.
And this is coming from someone who bodied Scott Fishbowl last year. Like, you bodied SFB last year.
No, like, but I'm good at fantasy. Leagues that I try in, that I'm not like actively rebuilding for Dynasty, 90 to 95% playoff rate. Usually top 2 team in my conference.
Oh, bro, I love fucking like whenever. So like we used to do this thing on this channel, and we'll probably kick it off again this year. It's really hard to fill now because everyone is like, you don't get a whole lot of new fantasy football players. But we used to do this thing, educational leagues. Like we run like novice leagues for like people that never played. And I used to love getting in those and like kind of teaching people like the theory behind it. We've developed a lot through those leagues. We've developed a lot of good fantasy, but we have guys that have gone on to play the begin playing DFS from like they've gone from novice leagues, and like from novice leagues we taught them DFS, and they're like, yo, like I just love DFS so much, like I'm just now playing DFS.
No,
dude, that's
like,
dope,
Pat,
man. I love that.
Pat, to your point about how you finish, me and you were both 3 and 4 in our league.
2 and 3. 2 and 3 going 3.
Yo,
2 and 3 or 1 and 3.
Hey,
we 1 and 3, and then
give me Matt's question.
We'll literally give Griff players for nothing.
Yo, give me Matt's question. Yo, hold up. Hey, yo, the thing with Eckler is one, obviously the age factor, right? Two, that offense they're ready to go to the end.
Yeah.
They're
yes.
And in that division, there's gonna be like 8 games that you're not really gonna get. You know what I mean? Like I don't see the running game being smash mouth against Kansas City. I don't see the running game being like the running game may have to be against Denver just because of PS2 back there. I mean, you know, PS2 is a human joystick at the corner position. Which, by the way, hey, hold on. Before you go, Mike. Hey, anyone who has not looked at Surtain's film last year,
PS2 is a beast.
PS2 is a beast. You are drafting him in all 22 this year.
Yeah. He's the real deal. And Ed Donatel, who's their defense
it's not
coordinator,
every
is a
year
brilliant one.
that a player like PS2 is available at 9 overall in the NFL draft.
I'm sorry, Ed Donatel was there. Excuse me. No, I see the thing with Eckler too. Actually,
Sorry,
is,
I'm just making fun of their GM.
Oh, I know you are.
Robbie just looked at me like I was stupid.
Hold on, Jamie. Anyone getting mad at you for teaching in a fucking novice league? Why are you getting mad? Listen, there's an education portion to this game. Okay, at some point, certain players in this shit progress past playing fucking fantasy. And there are players that go and take their talents to the books. Mm-hmm. All right. There's nothing wrong with sharing education and making players better. It's a shame. And if you shame someone for teaching someone in a fucking novice league, get the fuck off my pirate ship and never watch a single episode. For real.
Yeah.
Like it's called a novice league for a reason. Mm-hmm. He's not teaching someone in a goddamn, $200 pool. He's not teaching someone in a $500 pool. He's not teaching someone in these big tournaments. He's teaching someone in a fucking novice league who maybe has one day has aspirations of winning a big tournament.
Well, and there's a difference between teaching someone how to play fantasy versus straight up helping them cheat. Like there's a complete difference between doing that. You can separate and toe the line so that you're not, blending between both sides of that, and you even see it in the NFL, like NFL players and opponents, they help each other out, like in between weeks at times with certain techniques and tips, but they're not like sharing fucking playbooks and shit. It's a completely different thing,
Bro, at the end of the day, so one of my dreams is to just amass a fucking like army of a following and just like overthrow DFS tournaments. See, y'all already know who got the rookie of the year locked up. Yo, drop your futures pick. Drop that futures pick. Yo, everyone drop your rookie of the year, your offensive rookie of the year features right now in the chat. CR, appreciate that.
Y'all ain't choosing Garrett Wilson.
No, I'm going to Jahan Dotson.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I'm being biased.
Fucking Homer.
Romeo Dubs.
That's not my real.
Well, we already know you're going Velus Jones.
He's our only hope. Rookie. Okay, what else am I supposed to fucking do?
I think it's going to be Christian. Huh?
No. Who do you got, Patrick?
I said Romeo Dubs.
Romeo? Yeah, you fucking Homer of Homers. That is the Homer of Homer pick.
But for real,
get the fuck out.
I'm trying not to say too much about him as I'm still trying to acquire him in leagues.
He could be sneaky good. I liked him at Nevada.
His hype is building. He's had a great first couple days of training camp.
He has.
He's mossed some guys.
I like Burt
and against the Packers first string secondary.
I do have I think I put like a $50 features on Burks. I do have a $50. I have to go back and look. I placed this
Burks
right after
is
the
nice.
draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to lean Sky Moore. I'm starting to lean Christian Watson.
Yeah, Moore and Watson.
I'm not on Watson right now.
I'm going Garrett Wilson, and anyone who says anyone else.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you start trying to hedge futures, when you're hedging futures, it's the dollar amounts that you got to get right. At that point, it's okay if I lose out here, I want to lose as little as possible, but come away with as much as possible. So that's where when you're playing futures are tough, but futures are fun, and like futures are really great for community for what we do on this channel, because we all get to kind of like share ideas and see what everyone's thinking, and that helps. Honestly, that helps influence the market. So it's dope.
All right.
Let's do this final topic that we have on the show sheet because I'm really interested in it. I like that we got to interact with you guys in the chat for a hot minute, and I want you guys in the chat to interact with this one. We're breaking down a draft. We're gonna get how many positions here and everything from Pat.
I've got it up in the screen share. Mike, can you pull that up?
Yep, I was just waiting for the topic.
So we're gonna be drafting a very unique. We're gonna call this a diamond in the rough draft.
So on the left is Robbie's team from mock draft number 1 last week with one of his QBs. Our job is to look at anyone ADP of 100 or higher to match up with this roster. Who are our diamonds in the rough to match
Save
up?
me for
You're-
last, by the way.
You are dirty, Pat. Oh, this is such a strategic game.
I like this. This is
Oh
this
my
is a really good idea.
gosh. What a man. You're the Joker.
You gotta find the guys that you think can.
Oh, I know
pull out
mine.
enough.
Whose ADP are we using?
I've got ESPN's up. If you want to pull up Fantasy Pros or Sleepers, that's fine too. I'm not gonna fight you on.
No, I just want to know what I just want to know what you were using.
Y'all are doing this against a me roster. Oh fuck. I didn't know that it was against my. I feel bad for
I
y'all.
didn't know. I was gonna go for one of the mocks I did earlier today, but ESPN doesn't send out those emails anymore for every mock you do, so I couldn't find it. So we'll go with this.
Yo.
Oh shit.
So you guys got to make a team that you feel that can match up, and it's got to be players from 9 or lower. So
100,
rounds 9 and
100.
lower. Yeah. So
So you said number
ADP 100. Yeah. So the challenge, but so what we're doing here, this is an exercise for you guys at home to really be thinking about building depth. While you guys at home are working on answers in the chat, I really want you guys at home in the chat to be taking this serious and to really be thinking about this. Okay, pull out your resources, all that good stuff. Use whatever ADP that you feel. I don't really care. This is actually a really smart exercise. I'm going to take this question here from Steelers Nation 412 in the chat. Nunez will beat Pena and then retire. Yes. So I do have Nunez taking this tomorrow night.
No.
I think that I think that Nunez, Julia Pena is a great fighter, and I'll never take anything away from her. But with that being said, and with that being stated, Nunez is still queen bee in my heart. If Nunez loses tomorrow, and that is one thing. And we can live and we can live with that on the books. I feel like Nunez, you're playing Nunez tomorrow night on a singles bet. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna put her into a parlay of some sort, right? But aside from your parlay that you put, I feel like she deserves the right that you play her as a singles tomorrow. Play what you can. If you can play, 30, 20, 30, 50. I think that those are safe numbers on a singles, and I think that she can even take this late. The latest I see it going is third round.
I love my MMA. I do think Nunez is going to win, but when or if Nunez wins, she's not going to retire. The reason is they're going to want a number 3 right away. With the Ultimate Fighter and everything, they're going to want a third fight. It's going to be 1-1. Then maybe after the third, if she wins, but the UFC is going to want the money. They're going to want the girls to get the money, build more off the Ultimate Fighter. She's not retiring if she wins. That's what I do.
Okay, so you're agreeing with her winning. You're
Yes.
agreeing with her winning within 3.
Yes, I just don't think it's going to be retire.
So then, wow, let's still buy everyone a little bit of time to finish this exercise.
Are we doing individual teams or are we doing it as a collective?
I don't care. Either way.
Either way, I figured you guys were going to do them individually.
Okay. That's fair. I just need to...
One thing that I do want to add. So yeah, I like what you say about the retirement. It makes me retract my statement previously about the retirement in regards to Nunez. Jamie dropped his. We got one submission. What I am going, I'm gonna keep this take going, and then I'm gonna give you guys some time. What I am going to say is dollar amounts are going to matter when you are playing singles tomorrow night on that fight. If you are betting it within 3, okay, play this in unit increments, all right, or half unit increments, all right, even, all right. If you're think of it like a split stock, okay. If a unit for you is 20, play 10 in the third, and then fifth, and then maybe move it by 5. Maybe do it as a split there, and maybe do it by 5 from the way down. Okay, so then maybe do 25, 20, 15. In the first. All right. Or maybe if I haven't looked at the odds today. I've been busy at work. But if the odds are split or the odds are reversed, right, and it's looking up a little bit more high for you guys, and you're getting more of a positive ROI on maybe going 25, 20, 15, those are the dollar increments I would play. But I don't think that a play, unless you're betting a flat out decision at that point, I don't think a play for a knockout in 4 or 5 is going to give you the payout that you're expecting as in the early rounds. Bada bing, bada boom. That's my fucking analysis. Y'all ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, you did it right, Jamie. You did do it right. All right, so this is fucking interesting.
Is Dak outside the top 100?
Hang on.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Scampers dropping a lineup. So I got Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Jalen Waddle, Allen Robinson, Gabe Davis, Pat Fry, CEH. Do we want to take the chats first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw up Jamie's. I got him in the 90s, so replace Dak with Cousins then. Okay. No. Let's leave Dak there for you. Let's leave Dak there for you to give you some sort of upside, like for real. I'm down with leaving Dak there. So we're looking at Dak, Devin Singletary, Chase Edmonds, Chris Olave, Christian Kirk, Tyler Boyd, Rashad Penny, and Ertz. So what we see here, so Singletary can still probably be a weapon and can still give you some upside, right? Your quarterback position is obviously still playable because it's Dak. Even if we threw in Cousins, like you said, it's still a guy, like it's still a guy that can score, that can lead you to a championship. I think that's a player for damn sure that they could do some work. Singletary could potentially be better than what we're thinking, and the emergence of Cook in that offense could help balance it out and be better than what we thought that Zach Moss was going to be, to allow Singletary to be more efficient on the carries that he's going to be giving. Chase Edmonds, I feel like Chase Edmonds' body of work and what he does when he's effective with the rock kind of speaks for itself, because at this point you're pretty much drafting 0 RB, right? So I think that bodes well. I don't like the Rashad Penny pick just because I'm not a Rashad Penny truther, but that's a David conversation. Zach Ertz,
I love it.
Zach Ertz. We discussed earlier that Ertz is likely going to get return positive ROI with Kyler Murray and just things that they're going to be doing down there in Arizona. I think that Ertz is a positive ROI at the tight end position, and you don't have to buy up to go and get him. And then with Olave, like I just think that Olave is going to be great. Like I loved his film. He stuck out to me. Marcus Grant was like, break down someone for our show, and I ended up choosing Drake London over Olave. But yeah, like Olave, I like Olave a lot. Actually, I'm probably higher on Olave than most. How do you guys feel about Jamie's? And then we'll get into Scampers.
Yeah, Edmonds. I like the versatility that he chose with Edmonds. I mean, it's so hard. The one like nail, or the one like thorn in the side of this lineup to really replace. It's very difficult to replace. Is Derrick Henry? Like, how do you fill in that void? You know what I'm saying? It's just
that's obviously like. But again, that this is my whole team. And we're building a team because see, here's what's happening also with this exercise that we're performing here. Later in the season, you're going to have rosters that are going to look like this. Injuries are going to happen. I won a championship with a roster that had lost Derrick Henry and Henry Ruggs. And that roster still carried me on very far throughout Scott Fishbowl. Because I had the Cordell Pattersons and I had, I can't remember who I had at receiver. I had Gabe Davis. I had Gabe Davis actually. So this exercise is actually more important than what fantasy football minds are thinking. I don't know where Pat pulled this from, but this is motherfucking genius. Because I guarantee that every person that's watching right now is going to become a better football player. Continue what you were saying, though. I mean, I think his team is solid, honestly, to match up. Like if this is what I got to do, like with if everyone's fucked, like if everything is like on a shit, like, yeah, I like that team. Let's throw up Scampers.
Okay. Got it. Give me 1, 2, 3.
I love Scampers' build.
He's got 2 potential wide receiver ones.
He's going Mills, which I love. I'm so high. In 2 QB formats, if you land Davis Mills as QB2, get ready for a wild ride and get ready to just be like, damn, I really took that gamble and I have big dick energy. I feel like Davis Mills is the big dick energy, big neck energy quarterback that you need out there to go. And he's gonna and by the way, he's also gonna be a DFS motherfucking darling for sure. Singletary, Kenneth Walker, love. Chris Olave, love. Alan Lazard, love. Melvin Gordon, love. Like, goddamn.
Then he's got Kadarius Toney and Bob Tonyan.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
They can do some damage. Like that's a dynasty rebuild team that should that hit, all of a sudden you're sitting like in 3rd place in your league and you're like, how the fuck did I get here?
You remember those old school like scrappy boxers? Like this is that scrappy boxing type of build,
James Toney.
Yeah. That James Toney type of style, that Pernell Whitaker. Like, we're gonna get down and dirty. Like, this is Roy Jones leaving his hands down. Like, this is straight up like, what's up? Like, just swing, and if I hit you right way, this is that lineup that will beat someone by 2 points. This could be a lineup that in DFS future that could be like, oh shit, like I went super contrarian, I went super cheap, and like it just so happened that everyone popped off. Like these could be like Davis Mills, DFS darling. Kadarius Toney, DFS darling. I feel like Kenneth Walker is going to be an early DFS darling. As long as he doesn't just come out the gate going crazy. Like
all the Bills running backs are going to be. If you can guess who is going to be the guy week 1 against the Rams. Throw some James Cook out there. Throw some Singletary out there in some lineups.
Are you saying a James Cook at flex lineup or at RB2 lineup in DFS?
Hold on. You got to remember that game is a night game, so it's not going to be main slate.
True.
It's a Thursday night
Football. Oh, I haven't got to say that in so long. Thursday night football. Ooh.
All right,
getting close.
I've got mine typed out in the YouTube chat. Just hit send, and I will put it up.
All good. Not analytics saying. Yeah, love the Tony Roy Jones Jr. comparisons. Fuck yeah. Jamie's a boxing fan, by the way. For those that never knew this, like he actually is a fan of the sport. Him and I, we've talked on Facebook a lot about it. Hayslip saying, I'll throw Jamal Williams in the conversation. He's a poor man's Melvin Gordon that won't win your league. He has gotten me trophies before, especially on bye weeks. Yep. But has a higher floor than he gets credit for. Let's get into Pat's team. Let's go and throw that up there, Mike, so the chat can see it.
It's up.
Jamal Williams is free. He is for the free, and we love it.
I got Jamal in the Scott Fishbowl.
I think I do too, actually. We're looking at quarterback Trey Lance, round 11. Gainwell from round 15. AJ Dillon. Round 10. Julio Jones. It looks like that one coming in at 14. Sky Moore at 13. Romeo Dobbs at around 16 at flex, and James Cook at 12. I really love this build because one, like this is definitely like rolling dice like gambling, but like this is also like what the exercise is for. You're looking at depth, you're looking at long term, season long. You have some guys on here that like James Cook is a guy that could very well take over that backfield come like week 6, week 8. And like week 6, week 8, and like nobody has picked him up, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker just boom, like pops out of nowhere, and it's like, oh shit, like you're in the waiver wire spot to be able to grab him. You put together a good enough run. Now you're sitting wild card. You have a guy that now get you through playoffs. Boom, 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 boom. So I really do like that finally we get to talk about some James Cook on this show. I'm high on Cook. It is what it is. Singletary knows that I have a lot of respect for him. Gainwell is where I'm concerned because Sirianni can't coach a goddamn running backfield to save his motherfucking life.
Unless you want to count Jalen Hurts,
Yeah,
I'll make a case for Gainwell. I think every year we see about 2 or 3 running backs reach the top 24 in points per game as the RB2 on their team. I think Gainwell has a chance to be that guy this year.
But Sirianni, all right, you ever
with his pass catching, even with Hurts last year, he still caught enough passes.
You ever been fucking with a condom and the condom break, and you're like, oh shit, what do I do now? All right, well, instead of hang on, instead of
17 months
instead of taking it off and be like, oh shit, it broke, it doesn't work, let me get a new one. He's like, no, we're just gonna stay right here. He just leaves Miles Sanders on the fucking field to get hurt.
So that's what throws in Boston Scott.
He just fucks him and leaves him out on the field.
Like he just switches from Trojans to lifestyles, and it's like, this will do, pig. This will do.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
No, like here's the thing. I'm a huge Kenny Gainwell fan. I'm a Memphis hybrid back fan. I
love Memphis football.
That shit. Yeah. Like that program, that gym, the money that is getting dumped into that program, it's just I just think that they're a grade or 2 away. Like we thought that Gibson was gonna be that guy. Gainwell, like I just think they're a guy or 2 away. Like it's not and it's more so again like it's not a Gainwell thing. I think if Gainwell given the opportunity could be a guy. Gibson given a full workload could be a guy. But when you got Sirianni, fuck that. I couldn't even think of a joke for that. Like Sirianni's the joke. Sirianni is the joke.
Hey, I think it could be Eagles season this year, man. I'm high on the.
I think that it's Eagles season. It doesn't come from the fucking running game.
Oh no, I don't think it'll come much from the running. I think it'll be the pass.
The Eagles will get the one in the NFC East.
Outside of Hurts,
we'll get 2. Mm-hmm. Washington will get 2. Hurts, I think that Hurts will be fine. If the only way that Hurts fucks us up is if he overthrows AJ Brown. If you overthrow AJ Brown, whoa.
Yeah. You done goofed if you're doing that. Yeah.
Which it's still within the realm possibilities that Jalen Hurts can do that, but we're not going to talk about that part. I love Trey Lance. 49ers are trusting him. We don't know what we're going to get out of him from a fantasy perspective. He could be the second coming of fucking RG3's first year, given the rounds where RG3 was like a fantasy darling and got people very fucking far, and won people fantasy championships. I had won a fantasy championship with RG3 as a quarterback. And that was single QB actually. He could give you something like that with his prowess on his legs, but he could very well be Justin Fields of last year. And that could be your QB1 in single QB, and you could be fucked. Yeah. I mean, if he's your QB2, I think that you could keep your head above water, but like, don't be surprised if a guy who has a little bit more game experience and maybe may not be as good, but because he has more game experience, allows him to put up more fantasy points, Baker Mayfield could outdo him, Mm-hmm. Sky Moore, I love. Julio, I love.
Yeah.
Dobbs, I think that you're drunk.
Yeah, that's some fucking Packer Gatorade right there. That's some Packer love right there.
Yeah. I think you could have probably gone Watson and it been fine there. But yeah, I think that I think that you're pretty solid, Pat. Who does anyone have another one?
I'll put mine up right now. I went off of Fantasy Pros.
Relying on Colts passing game besides Pittman. I'm doing a lineup outside of the top 150. Winston, Algier, Davis, Price, Watson, Pierce, Campbell, Irv Smith, or Everett, and then Hines. Oh, God.
All right,
that lineup struggling a little bit, Jamie. But I think
He
that's
went-
also
he-
That
went
lineup-
plus
also-
150.
He
we also
went
had a
150.
I know you're.
Oh,
Hopefully two
you
of those
commented
guys-
from the corporate account. Look at Mr. Producer on this set, guys.
This is mine.
I know it's yours.
I wanted to do Stevenson, but I wanted to leave it for you or for someone else on the
Check us out on Twitch. Carr, Stevenson, James Cook, Olave, Boyd, Kurt, Gesicki, NBA. You think you're slick? Do y'all realize? So all right. People that have been following from like 2018, from like the invention of this show, was this just like, hey, I'm gonna build the fucking lineup of like every low tier player that Robbie has ever vouched for?
No, you want to know honestly what it is?
What?
Carr.
What? Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
love
going to tell you right
Carr.
now. No. Carr, my QB2 and Scott Fishbowl. Boyd, Fishbowl. Kirk, Fishbowl. MVS, Fishbowl.
We're always getting sicky with
Just look at
Gesicki.
your
We're always getting sicky with Gesicki. Like James Cook, we know that we're heading into the season where we're
Robbie,
high on
you know,
James
I
Cook.
remember
Can we get
Robbie,
Gesicki on the show for like one of the Thursday night games or something?
remember Robbie, I texted you, Robbie, and I'm all, should I take Boyd right now or this player?
Wait. Really quick. From what Pat just said, I couldn't hear what he said, but what it sounded like he said was a mission for the Pirates. Everyone, we should make a tweet to get Mike Gesicki on the show.
Hell yeah, I'd love to have him.
Yo, I don't think that anyone's gotten to interview that guy. Like an interview, like a cool interview.
Real
like,
sit down, yeah.
like cool
Franchise
interview.
tag needs to be full contract. Mike Gesicki.
Give me
It seems
fucking
like
Sticky with Gesicki. Let's go. Yo, all right. I'm a huge fan. Hawkinson, Gesicki, those are my tight ends that I'm like stupid fucking high on this year. I'm high on Mark Andrews every year, so we're not even gonna waste airtime talking about that.
Everybody is.
Yo. If we were to get fucking Gesicki on this show, and he's been consistent in Miami, bro. Like,
Yes.
they have not moved on. They're like, he's our guy. Like, yo, I'm telling y'all, if you are a fan of late round tight end, you are getting sicky with Gesicki this year. I promise you.
With Gesicki.
Anything else that we want to cover? Alexander Madison, Jamal Williams, Tim Patrick, yes. Jalen Tolbert, okay. Nico, oh yes. Damon Pierce, okay.
Bob Tanya.
Is that the outside 150 again?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of fantasy mentions for
Yeah,
touchdown
169
Tanya.
is drafted. He's like, let's go outside 200. We can't do that.
I like the Nico Collins was what I initially had where Romeo Dubs was.
Bro,
I went with,
yo, I love that the season's almost here because guess what? We are only a couple of weeks before that Nico Collins, Davis Mills DFS stack just pays off. There's going to be that one boom week.
We're
And it's
6
gonna be
days
like-
away from the first preseason game. Hallelujah.
It's so crazy, man. It's right around the fucking corner. Can't wait.
Bro, my girlfriend's about to hate my fucking life. But
Yeah, she is.
luckily, I do what I gotta do to it's good. We're
Wait,
good.
you gotta do,
isn't
you
it
do
a-
what you gotta do? So you eat ass.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You eat
Hell
ass.
yeah, motherfucker. Yes.
You gotta reciprocate, man. You gotta, Yo,
it's my duty to please that booty.
Look at this booty. I'm coming for that booty.
Isn't it a given that when it's fantasy football season, some fantasy football analysts out there have to take a temporary hiatus in their relationship? It's just a given, you know. It's
no, my girl knows. So no, for real. She's like, all right. So like the next 18 weeks, a lot of quickies, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah, a lot of quickies. Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays not available. Saturdays available. Fridays after Rumboyz After Dark available. Wednesdays available. I'll be so happy when I'm done. So September 23rd, I should be through finals. I get through finals. Yes, I am 31 and I have gone back to fucking school. Because I'm smart.
Good for you.
Bitch.
Hey, get your education, man. I don't blame you.
It's a certification, but it's the same thing. It's still, what I'm learning, that shit's 10 times fucking harder than college. I'm like, fuck this. Because I'm craving a 4-year degree into fucking 4 months of training.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm already 2 months through it. And I didn't realize it until I just said it to you fuckers on air. So yeah, no, it's gonna be dope. Yo, Robbie, I gotta give you credit for giving me reason to dive into some new Eckler data. Look.
He tagged you in Twitter.
What? Are you
on the data? No, he said he said in the chat that he tagged you on that shit on Twitter.
Well, no, I just think that there's some factors that are gonna.
So here's I'll go back to the Eckler real quick because I was gonna say something real quick. My thing is, for him to be top 5, I don't think it's gonna happen because what I've brought up on other shows is he had 20 touchdowns last year. All 20 of those touchdowns were in the red zone. 12 of those were running, 8 were passing. They brought in Isaiah Spiller for a reason.
Yep.
Fantasy purposes, is he good? Is he a great running back? Yes. But I'm talking real football in the sense that I think the Chargers are going to rest him a little bit so he's fresh into the playoff race because the Chargers are a team that could get deep into the playoffs, which is going to put Spiller on the field.
They are ready to expand the motherfucking field.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
bro,
action item.
Here's the thing.
Action item on that. What Mike just said. Acquire him before the trade deadline in your redraft leagues as his usage goes up down the stretch, because in must-win situations, who are they trusting the ball with?
Eckler.
Hands
down.
So, and another thing with that, okay, think about how this offense is practicing against this defense. This defense is notorious, fucking notorious for dropping back 7 DBs and saying, bitch, try me. Go watch Chargers defensive film right now. And tell me that I'm fucking wrong. They're willing to do it against any and every team, which means they are willing to put the ball back into their quarterback's hands to get down there and score as quickly as possible to run the Chargers are going to be scoring on the over more than you think this year. For those of you that are still playing regular redraft and you get to pick a full team defense, Chargers are going to be your defense this year. But what about the fact that they play against the Chiefs twice, and when they play against Denver with now Russell Wilson, and they got the Raiders? Shut the fuck up. World-class athletes are still world-class athletes. Justin Herbert's going to have the ball a fuck ton this year. This offense is built to go vertical.
They're my favorites to win the AFC West, honestly, the Chargers.
Yep. And with the youth of Spiller and what the youth of Spiller provides, he provides you the ability to smack motherfuckers in the face in between the tackles.
Yeah.
And I've said, it's
gonna be similar to Jones and Dillon.
He's going to have a legit role in that offense, I think.
I've been preaching Isaiah Spiller since 2020. So when Foot King started following the boy on Instagram, started following me on Instagram. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, yo, who's this kid that he is training right now? Like, we've been preaching Isaiah Spiller. So I love that we inspired Hayslip to put that together. because he does a lot of the analytics. We do a lot of like the debate and opinion pieces, and we bring that attitude, that first take kind of style to it when it was good. We bring that cold pizza fire. Now that was a great show. That was a great fucking show. Damn, I just aged myself by a show.
First and 10.
Yes.
Skip fucking Bayless.
Let's go ahead. Let's get these last few comments out the way, and let's get into some outros. On your outros, if you want to drop like a little piece of advice, again, betting season's coming. Fantasy season, like redraft season's coming. Get right, get tight. Turn on your notifications for this show. We'll start at the bottom and work our way to the top. David, let's go.
Yeah, you can catch me on David G Sports TV on Twitter. You can also catch my podcast outside of this, TBQ Football, at TBQ Sports on Twitter as well, where we go live on Twitter and YouTube every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, talking all things football. It's kind of a similar format to this show, in case you didn't know already. As far as advice, I don't know. I don't know what advice I would give, I guess.
Fucking subscribe to both of our channels. Or
draft Rashad Penny first overall in your fucking draft. Do it. It's the right thing. It's a guarantee. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Do the absolute opposite of that.
Can I mute him?
Oh, shit.
Pat, what we got?
You can find me at St. Patrick FF on Twitter. And also check out what I'm doing with BetUS. And we have a 100% deposit match up to quite a bit. Like it's way more than like $100. And even up to 125 sign-up bonuses with some casino money as well. So come check out what we're doing and beat that bookie's ass.
Beat that bookie's ass. Ayo, really quick. This hoodie came from a fucking bookie in Cripple Creek because I cleaned them out for $1,500 a night, and they're like, "Sir," I did it really fast too. We're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Yeah, that's what we do. Beat that fucking bookie's ass. Hashtag it on your fucking Twitter. Let them know with a pirate flag at the end. Dilly dilly.
You know where to find me. Drop the mic FF on everything. I'm going for 2 every other week right now on Tuesday nights at 6:30 West Coast. When the season starts, it'll be every week. You can find me all the time here with the boys, giving Pat a hard time, causing Robbie headaches just because that's what I do. Other than that, dilly dilly, yo.
Dilly dilly.
Hey, yo, toss up my comment, man, in the chat.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Lions defense next year, like we're telling Chargers. Oh, hell yes. Chargers Colts were my sneaky defense last year. They only improved. Okay.
I got you, Robbie. You're up.
Mike, it's your turn to check the Twitter. Yo, Connor Burke, what's good? Ayo, really quick, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I would like everybody that are tuned in with us to observe a quick moment. I don't know if I'm gonna do a moment of silence or not. We're probably gonna do a moment of silence here before we take a step. Yeah, a shot. Yeah, we're gonna do a shot. This show tonight is dedicated to my brother. May he forever rest in peace, Adrian Acasa. Funeral is going down next Saturday. This man was Box State royalty. Colorado. I live in Colorado. When I first moved to Colorado from DC, he was the first person to befriend me, understand me, invest like time and money into Rumboyz, like behind the scenes to help like make this channel pop. Somebody got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you motherfucker. But nah, so tonight's episode is definitely dedicated to my brother, Adrian. I love you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for always believing in me. And next Saturday we send you off real proper, famo. And thank you. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. To all the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dro, rest in peace, my boo. Let's get it. Dilly dilly.